Okay, Miriam and whoever else was working on this, I guess it was Lud and Athena. Okay, so introduction. Okay, again, you want just a title here. You don't need to have outline. You need to actually have the title, even if it's an abbreviated title like AF size or something like that. Okay, forget about outline. Okay, we know if AF size helps in early recognition of some disorders. Okay, you might just want to list. Instead of saying we know, why don't you just say AF size helps recognizing, and then the list of disorders actually, as opposed to just vaguely saying some disorders. Okay. Also, I think you're missing a link here because you're talking about AF size. You haven't mentioned anything that there's standards for certain races. Okay, so we need to have that. All right. Okay, methods, material. This is much better. Okay. 200 babies, full-term neonates, excellent. Okay, age, okay. So this is redundant, right? The age on full-term neonates, this is the same. Okay, same. Okay. The other thing here is in Libya, okay. After birth, they were examined. Okay, this is a detail that you don't need to mention in the methods, okay? AF size was measured on the 3rd day of life. Okay, again, that's a detail that you don't need to mention in here, but you do need to mention, that they were full-term neonates, that they were examined, where they were examined. Okay, you have Libya, but you could also mention the hospital that they did it in. You can say that they were, yeah, I think that's about it, really. Results. Okay, so this AF size here, this mean scale, this is an optional piece of information. You wouldn't lose marks for mentioning it, but it's not really that important, okay? The next two are the boys and the girls. Excellent, okay? That was good. Difference in AF size between the two sexes was significant. Excellent, okay? Discussion. Okay, the racial differences in front now is unclear. I'm not sure if unclear is exactly the right word, but the head growth was significant in both sexes. Head growth? I don't remember reading head growth. I know that there was a difference in the AF size, if that's what you're talking about. Sex difference wasn't reported previously. Excellent. Okay, study was conducted after 48 hours rather than the usual 1 to 2 days. Okay, that's important. That's sort of important. That's an optional piece. The conclusion should be made for... Okay, this is good. But you're missing the key point. Remember, in the conclusion, we're talking about what information did we gather from the aim. The aim was to establish standards for Arab children, right? You didn't make any mention of that. Maybe you will in your writing, I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, anterior frontal size. Okay, you have the title here, that's good. Okay, actually, you know something? The title is not correct because it should be the exact title that they use in the article. Okay, it says help in early recognition some disorders. Okay, again, list the disorders. Okay, and why are you talking about setting up standards for Arab population? You need another sentence in here. Okay, AFSI in the Arab population, 200 babies were involved. Okay, full-term neonates. Again, you don't need to say this is repetitive. Okay, this study. Okay, these studies. What studies? I thought we were just talking about one study. Okay. This study was held in Libya between, okay, so again, you should say the hospital and location. After birth, neonates were examined without any evidence of birth injury. Okay, again, this is a detail. Okay, so you're going into a detail here that you don't necessarily need. Okay, this is okay. This is an optional piece of information. The 3rd day of life, that's okay if you have the room. Okay, the results showed the AF size. Okay, again, optional, but the sex difference is excellent. Okay, this study showed that there was a racial difference in AF size was under the head growth. I don't know what you mean here for both sexes. The sexes difference wasn't reported previously. Good. Okay, this study was conducted after 48 hours. Okay, again, This is a detail that you don't need to mention. You need to talk about the important things. And what are the important things? Anything related to the aim and to the conclusion. The search, I think you mean to say the research. I'm not sure what this means. Okay, so standard techniques for measuring was recommended. Okay, the standard techniques, but also establishing standards for the different genders and establishing standards for the different races as well. You've missed the main part of the conclusion, okay, and you have extra information that you don't need in the body. I highly suggest that you guys rewrite the conclusion in class, okay? Or outside of class, whatever. So I think you all need to sit down and rewrite the conclusion. Look at the aim, look at the conclusion again. You're missing some vital information there. But again, pretty good job. We're just missing a few points here.